Hello, my name is Samantha-Mott, and I am presenting my cafeteria ordering application for CS683. So in a cafeteria, in an office, lunchtime for many employees is a chance to step away and take a break. But we all know that sometimes work doesn't correlate with that schedule, and our free time is not always right next to lunchtime. For example, I work on the West Coast, and I work with a lot of people on the East Coast, so sometimes my lunchtime is the only time that they have to schedule meetings before their day is over. So sometimes we just have to grab a quick bite to eat and get back to the meeting or to our desks. And the problem with that is the cafeteria is not always quick enough for a quick bite between meetings. For example, my cafeteria, we can wait sometimes for 20 to 30 minutes if we want something hot like a burger or a chicken sandwich. And the bosses always talk about efficiency and productivity, and sometimes waiting that long is not the most efficient use of our time. So this is the problem I was looking to solve with my cafeteria ordering application. It allows users to place an order from their desks right on their phone while they're in a meeting, so it's ready for them when they're finished, or before a meeting starts, or right after a meeting when they're just sitting at their desks, and they can get some stuff done while their order is being prepared. This allows them to view the menu with the prices and calories for each item, place an order, and also view their previous orders. So just everything they need to have a quick way of ordering some lunch without having to wait in those long lines. So now I will do a demo of my app for you. First, we have the main menu here, where I have 4 buttons that link to the different features and activities that are in this app. I also have a mini menu here that link to the same things. I created these buttons using a layout so that they would all be the same, and it looks like this. So this is where I can set the color and the size and try and get the corners to be rounded with the radius. And then I also added that background image to my drawable folder and included that as my background to my main activity. So the first thing you can do with this app is view the cafeteria's menu. So if I click this, I can see all of the items that are available and their prices and also their calories. So here's where I can try and figure out what I want for lunch that day and how much all of that will cost. I made a row layout for each of these so that they would have the similar layout, and that is right here. So I use this layout where I define this row once in my list view for the view menu activity, and then I pull in those values from a database that I created right here. And the database actually has 2 tables, one for past orders, which we will look at a little bit later, and then one for the menu items. So this is the table that I grabbed those menu items from in the view menu activity. So I can grab these from the database and populate that list view with the list view rows with the different items in the database and all of the information associated with each item. The next thing you can do is place an order. So if I look at this, now I can select which ones I would like to order for lunch that day. And so if I select these, I just made another row kind of the same as the view menu, but this time included some checkboxes. And I also added this fab button for the submit. So all a user has to do is click submit. And then I get this dialog pop up saying that my order has been placed. Another thing this does is it will send a text message to the cafeteria so that they can actually get that order. And I can't demo that very well on my emulator, but I have the code here for checking the permissions for sending an SMS and then sending that order message to a phone number so that the cafeteria can put it into their system and get it started. And then I also added this item to the database for the past order database table so that we can view that later in the past order activity. So if I click return here, it'll bring me back to the main menu. And then I can go in and view my past orders. So this is everything that I've ordered on this system for this cafeteria. If we do another one, we can see that if I have a turkey sandwich, a Caesar salad, and a small drink, we can see that that shows up at the bottom here. Turkey sandwich, Caesar salad, and small drink. So it adds it and then grabs it immediately to that past order table. And finally, I have my admin settings, and this is where a cafeteria administrator can go in and add a new item to the database. So all they have to do is add the different pieces here that they would need the user to know. And then if I click submit, it brings me back to the home page. And then when I view the menu again, I can see that my item has been added to the menu, and now users will be able to select that for their lunch as well. And I just wanted to show a quick summary of how I got that. So I created my submit button on my Java side, and then a click listener for that, and then just grabbed the different text boxes and the text from each of those so that I could, again, pass them into my database, into the menu database. And that way, when it reloads back to the main activity, it'll add a new, and then when you click the View Menu button, it'll add this new item to that list. So that is the app I created for this class. I think that it would be very useful in an office like mine for users and employees to be able to order their lunch. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I really enjoyed working on this project. We've been talking about something like this at work for a long time, so it was really fun to actually be able to start implementing something. Some things that I would hope to add to this app is in the future is a better way of delivering an order instead of via text message. Like maybe the users have another version of this app. The cafeteria admins have another version of this app that they get orders on, which I think is similar to something my facilitator mentioned in one of my comments. And another thing I'd like to add is a way for the cafeteria to confirm an order is ready or confirm that it was placed and kind of give an estimate so the employee knows when to head over to the cafeteria to pick up their order. So thank you and have a great day.